Thanks for joining us again. We're super excited to chat with Kathy today about her trips to Mexico. She visits the same resort each year and goes alone. So, jumping off of her theme, April and I are going to chat a little bit today about solo travel. And then we'll hear from Kathy and learn a little about her trips and why she loves returning year after year. So, let's go talk with April and get inspired.
Today, we are talking with Kathy, who wishes she could speak French and has eaten escargot. She misses travel like all of us and would love to share the joy of traveling solo with others. Her best travel advice is if there's a bathroom, use it. She has over 500 books and loves living in San Diego, but today she's taking us to one of her favorite places. So welcome.
Welcome, Kathy.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we're going to start our 7-minute timer. And just start by, I hear you go to this location all the time by yourself, Kathy. So can you tell us a little bit about where you go and what makes that so special?
Yeah, I've been to this resort in Mexico for, I think it's 5 times now. I first went in 2013. I was supposed to go this last year and in 2022, but both of those I had to cancel, but I'm eager to go back. This is a resort is called Playa Viva, and it's just south of Zihuatanejo in Mexico, which for people who don't know Zihuatanejo, it's approximately halfway between Acapulco and Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
And it's a very small resort. They are expanding right now and building more casitas, but when the times that I've been, the maximum number of guests is 24, and there's usually it's more like 15. And I was actually there one time where for 2 of my 4 days, I was the only guest.
Oh my God.
So I got lots of personal attention.
Oh my goodness, I bet. How did you find this place? And what was what was it like to go the first time? Like,
you know, I found it through one of those coupon travel sites.
Wow.
oh, wow.
Well, this looks interesting. And then I looked it up on TripAdvisor, and there was like these rave reviews. And I talked by email with the owner to see whether or not it would work for me traveling by myself. Mm-hmm. And he was very encouraging. So I went ahead and my first time I went in December. I'm sorry, my first time I went was the end of October, which I wouldn't recommend because it's still the rainy season and it's still pretty hot.
Okay.
But we had beautiful thunder and lightning shows over the ocean. So, you know, if you're a storm watcher, that might be a good time to go. The resort's only open October through June. They close during the summer, which is, again, their rainy and hot season. And that's when they do renovations and work around the resort.
Right.
They have, it's all inclusive. So the only thing you have to pay extra for is if you want to take any excursions off the property and for alcohol.
Okay.
But
wow.
Food is absolutely wonderful. They grow their own organic fruits and vegetables. They have their own organic chicken farm. So the eggs and chicken are organic. The chef comes out at dinner and tells you about where the food came from. And he'll say like, this fish, I went down to the pier and bought this fish from the fisherman this morning, The food is wonderful.
Sounds amazing.
They can accommodate both vegetarians and omnivores. And when people are there with kids, they'll make them a hamburger or something if they don't like what what's being served for everybody else. So with with such a small group, it's easy to individualize things.
Right.
You sleep in these little casitas on the beach. Behind me, you can see a couple of the ones that I think are ideal for singles. They're called the Queen Eco Casita. And the walls all roll back if you want to. So you can sleep under the mosquito net with the breeze blowing through and the sound of the ocean waves and the palms, blowing in the wind, and the occasional bird call. It's just so relaxing and wonderful. The beach is roughly 2 miles long. You will rarely see anybody else on the beach. Occasionally a fisherman, but it's not like if you go to a big city resort like Puerto Vallarta or someplace like that where there's all these vendors on the beach or anything. You don't see any of that.
Okay, so kind of all to yourself.
Yeah, and they have a fairly large property, so there's nice hiking back behind the beach. They have a swamp area where they have some saltwater crocodiles. I've never seen one, but I've hiked around there a lot trying to see one. And they're doing a lot to restore the property. It was back in the early 1900s, it was covered with hardwood forests, largely mahogany, and that was all taken out by people that were harvesting mahogany wood.
Right.
And then they replanted it with coconut palms. So it was a coconut palm plantation. So they're gradually taking out the coconut palms, a lot of them, and replacing it with native vegetation. So that's a long-term project.
Yeah.
They specialize in yoga retreats. So a lot of times the other guests will be yoga groups from the United States or even Europe that come over and use their facilities. They have a beautiful yoga pavilion that's open air and faces the ocean.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah. That sounds beautiful.
Yoga every morning for guests. That's included. If you want to participate, I usually sleep in.
Oh no.
Oh, that's our timer. I knew you would talk the whole time about it. It sounds beautiful,
oh my
Kathy.
gosh.
I am amazed. Now I'm surprised that you're going to share it with us, because now that if other people know, they're going to go. Because I feel that way about some hidden spots. But thank you so much for sharing such a beautiful place that you discovered. When hopefully we can give them some business, right? So they can continue to grow and
build some more little, those casitas look so beautiful and private and nobody on the beach. What an amazing getaway for people.
You have your own bathroom. It's a flush toilet. It's not like not like outhouses or anything. And daily maid service and
wow. That sounds fantastic. So folks, we are putting that in our show notes so that they can find the link and go connect with the folks there. Thank you so much, Kathy, for sharing your story. That's our 7 minutes, and travel with us with real stories from real people.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Kathy. It was amazing.
Everyone, thanks for joining us today and talking to Kathy, where we got some great tips on a place to go solo. And we got some tips from Cindy, who's gone traveling a lot solo by herself. All the great things you can do on your own. You don't need someone else. So, hey, if you like this video today, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and hope to see you back here next week. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.